there's a classic NFC West matchup here as the San Francisco 49ers fly down to LA to take Matt Stafford and the Rams on in this Week 3 matchup here. Both teams suffered unfortunate Week 2 losses here, both kind of in a shocking way in different ways. And we're going to break down the team's performances, how they've done so far this season. Going to break down the game and some of the X factors that you got to watch, and wrap up the video with our predictions at the very end of the video. But before we get into that, Brian and I, we want to give a huge thanks to everybody that subscribed to the Tracy Take during our Week 2 prediction series. We set a goal out for 100 new subscribers, and not only did you guys help us reach that goal, we actually got more than 200 new subscribers to the Tracy Take. So thank you to everybody that subscribed. We're happy that you're here. If this is your first time that's here, we're setting up a goal for actually getting 100 new subscribers for the Week 3 videos as well, not getting super greedy. So help us reach our goal of getting 100 new subscribers by subscribing, liking the video, and then also leaving a comment letting us know who is going to win this game in your mind. So, Brian, both these teams here, San Francisco 49ers lost to the Vikings, and the Rams lost to the Cardinals in a very bad way. Niners were a little bit shocking. It seemed like they just struggled to just move the ball. I saw a lot of turnover on downs, some uncharacteristic turnovers. I don't even think CMC. I mean, maybe CMC would have made a little bit of a difference, but probably not really. Just with we saw the performance that they put with Jordan Mason on last week. I think they just had a bad game. Maybe and definitely props to the Vikings for the style of play that they played. And then the Rams, I think there's major injury bugs going on right now for this team here. Banged up offensive line. Cooper Kupp ended up getting hurt during this Cardinals game as well. What do you think of kind of both of these teams from what you've seen so far through the first 2 weeks of the season?
Yeah, I mean, the Rams just are decimated with injuries, and I thought they looked okay in spurts against the Lions in Week 1, but just a really rough outing against the Cardinals here in Week 2. Got really banged up. I think showed a lot of their weaknesses, especially on the run defense side of things. James Conner ran all over them. MHJ got loose a little bit, got loose early and often. And so I just like a really rough showing for the Rams. Definitely, I think this is going to be a tough matchup for them just based off of what we've seen so far and what their weaknesses are. Whereas the 49ers, I think maybe got caught a little bit off guard by how talented the Vikings are. I think you look, I mean, Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. And it's just a good team. And Kevin O'Connell, good scheme. This defense is, I don't want to say good, because I don't know if we've seen enough from them to really consider them good this year, but they're just so aggressive. Like they are so, they blitz a lot. They play press man. They only give you so much time to go out and make plays. And so I think that was just a tough matchup for the 49ers. Caught them a little off guard early in the season where like these are much more likely to happen. And so I think the 49ers are still the team that we think they are. It's just got caught off guard here in Week 2 and looking to bounce back into Week 3. And I think this is a good matchup. These two opponents know each other very well, and we're going to see what they got.
Well, and that's what I look at it too. If I look at their third possession, they had a block punt, which led to held the field goal. They had turnover on downs after they were on the Minnesota 2-yard line, so that would have tied the game up. The next drive, like the 2 plays later, that was just Jefferson's 97-yard touchdown. So like a 13-point swing, actually go from 3-3 to instead actually now it's 10-0 as well. Another turnover on downs on their next possession as well. Then they finally scored a touchdown before going into half, down 13-7. And then just a couple of just untimely, just uncharacteristic mistakes. Interception, fumble to this on their second and third drive of the half, which kind of just gave more momentum, more time come off the clock for Minnesota to kind of control the ball. And so I think it's just uncharacteristic mistakes from the Niners team. I think maybe they're still trying to get a little bit healthy as well, still trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm as well on all sides of the ball. But they were very much in this game, and they just didn't turn out just based off of some uncharacteristic mistakes. But I kind of agree with you. I'm not too concerned overall with the 49ers. Also, too, this is the Minnesota Vikings team that beat them last year as well. So got to give them full props and credit there because I think they can provide some pressure with their kamikaze style of blitzing. getting after Brock Purdy and making him uncomfortable and not allow him time to go through his reads and kind of pick apart this defense. So props to Minnesota. That being said, though, too, kind of coming into with the Rams, unfortunately, get this injury bug, weak offensive line just because of all the injuries that they're facing there. Puka Nacua was already out. Looks like Cooper Kupp might miss some time, as I believe it was his ankle, which was bugging him. Yes, yeah, it was in the first half. So he was wearing a walking boot, leaving the locker room at the end of the game. So that's going to be something to monitor throughout this entire week. Kind of before we get into this game here between the Niners and the Rams and start breaking down some of the matchups within the game, I do like to put a couple bucks down on the Niners and Rams. Be sure to check the link down below for BetUS. They have a bunch of great promotions going on right now for first-time players where you can check out the odds for all the NFL games and also other sports leagues as well. And with that being said, kind of looking at the odds going into the this matchup, it's going to fluctuate throughout the entire week, but I gotta think the Niners are going to be multiple point favorites, especially too if Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Well, Puka Nacua is on IR, so he's definitely going to be out. But if Cooper Kupp's also not going to be able to go, I just don't see how the Rams have enough firepower to keep up with his Niners team. And his defensively, as we saw, they can get burned deep multiple times. We saw Jameson Williams do it to him. We saw Marvin Harrison Jr. do it to him multiple times. So just send Ayuk on go balls and then have Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, all these guys underneath, or send Juwan Jennings on go balls and then have Brandon Ayuk be the guy underneath. I just think it's going to be a tough matchup for them as well. Just because I kind of like what I'm seeing from the front seven with Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, Brandon Fisk also. But that secondary, I think, is just what really still needs to just keep improving somehow throughout the season, then also kind of going into the off season as well.
Yeah. No, and that's like, I just think San Francisco matches up so well against them. Whatever LA wants to do, I think San Francisco has a counterpunch for it. And even like just even running the football, I think they're going to be much more dominant at the line of scrimmage. I do like those pieces. Jared Verse is a big defensive end, so I'm going to exclude him from this. But they are a little undersized on the defensive line. They definitely are more of a pass rush focused defensive line, and I think the 49ers are going to be able to kind of run the ball, control the line of scrimmage, and just kind of run the offense that they're going to want to run. Control it, like 3rd and 6, we're going to get 8 yards, type of deal, and just be very, very efficient. So I like the 49ers in this matchup. I think they're gonna come out ahead in this NFC West matchup. Sadly, I think the Rams are just going to be too banged up, and the 49ers just seem to have the answers in this matchup more often than not.
Yeah, I'm curious how the Rams win this game. Cooper Kupp's not able to go. That's going to be a very interesting matchup overall. Just to see that would be the upset of the year. I would think if Cooper Kupp's not able to go, just because you have their top 2 weapons out. Tyler Higbee's, I'm pretty sure is still out. I'll need to go back and double check. I'm pretty sure he's still out. But so just a lot of weapons are down for Matt Stafford and team already. Then with a weak offensive line, so it's going to be, I think, a long Sunday game for the Rams.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So let's go ahead. We'll wrap this one up here. We are both taking the 49ers in this matchup. Oh, excuse me. Both taking the 49ers in this matchup. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to come out ahead. Will it be the San Francisco 49ers? Will it be the LA Rams? And on that, we'll see you guys next time.